Hello friends, welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be discussing my quarterly goals planner setup. We'll be reviewing my goals from the second quarter of this year and defining my goals for quarter 3, so come plan with me. And I've got this Pigma Micron fine liner, as well as this Happy Planner sticker book, which I'll pull from. Okay, you guys, so I've already done a little bit of the setup on some of the pages here, but let's begin with the goal review for quarter 2. I did a page already for quarter 1, so I'm just going to mimic that same design. The last time I did my quarterly setup, I didn't really show this part of the design setup, so I'm going to go ahead and do it here now since I already know what I'm going to do. And I just pre-pulled the stickers from that Sophisticated Florals sticker book, so that'd be easy for me just to lay these guys down and get the page set up for the review. And I'm using what's on the back there as a guide, which is actually my quarter 1 review. That way I can match up basically the spacing and the look and feel. I really want the whole section here for my annual and quarterly goals to really have the same vibe. I've been using the Sophisticated Floral sticker book along with another sticker book from the Happy Planner called Happy and Grateful that I got in their Grateful Be Happy box. That's been the majority of the stickers that I've used for these page setups. And now I'm just putting together a few decorative items here with the leaves, matching them up with the pink and the black, so it has a little bit of a decorative feel to it. And I'm cutting up these paper stickers just so that the leaves fit nicely together and don't overlap, kind of blend into the background. We're almost done there, just a little bit of piecemealing here of these stickers. It's a little bit harder to work with paper stickers for layering, so I have to do a lot of trimming and stuff just to get it to look somewhat seamless there on the page. But I think we're pretty close. Let's go ahead and drop in this last leaf, and we'll trim off the edges and get started there. I'm also going to change out what I put down here at the bottom for my little joy piece. My word of the year is joy, so I've been trying to incorporate that in my goals throughout the year just to keep that front of mind. So we'll go ahead and set up the bullet points at this point, and then also the headers for each of the sections, starting with the page header here that's just going to say quarter 2 goal review. And again, I keep flipping it over just to check on what I did the previous time so that they match up. And my first category is going to be for the wins this quarter. The next category will be for what worked. And then the next category will be for what didn't work. Always valuable insight. And then finally, I'll do an overall review of the quarter and kind of evaluate how things went and what I want to do going forward. And of course, I always mess up, so that's why I normally use erasable pens, but I've been using the fine liners here on these pages for the most part, so I wanted to keep that going. And of course, yeah, I just needed to do a little bit of whiting out, but we'll let that dry and then I will move on to the first review. So for wins, I am pretty excited that I got a majority of the posting done for my 2024 listings. All the files are done and half of the listing images and things are up, so not much left to do. I also focused on eating more whole foods, which was great. I feel like I really eliminated a lot of junk food. And then I also met up with some of my friends on a regular basis and enjoyed some downtime days, basically. Those were all wins for me, seeing as I needed some self-care time. I wanted to eat more clean, and then I also wanted to complete my listings. Those were my 3 major goals for the quarter. So all three of those were wins for the individual goals I had set for myself. And just doing a little bit of cleanup here on the pages. Moving on to what worked. I really feel like setting milestones and time blocking out goals weekly really helps me stay on track. Anything that can be time blocked, I really try to work it in. It really helps to have set dates for milestones as well. I also established some regular meetup days for friends where we do workouts and meet together, and it's just a nice way to socialize and work out at the same time. And finally, I maintained a 1 meal a day fasting routine, and I feel like that was a very good strategy for me to eat better. So what didn't work? Increasing my veggie intake, mainly because I just haven't had as much time as I want to go and stock the fridge with those fresh veggies. So I make what I can from my pantry and throw together what's left in the fridge. So it's really not as ideal as I want that to be. Incorporating daily movement, again, just lack of time has been a problem in finding time to move regularly. And then scheduling or going to self-care appointments is just kind of a bust. It's more of an added stress for me than it is a self-care item, so I've just kind of abandoned that altogether. In review, I was pretty excited that I almost reached my 2024 launch goal, and I got really close even though I was so busy. That was a really good thing. Self-care and movement really wasn't a priority for me this quarter since I had a lot of work, so I need to keep that in mind going forward. I did have time for some weekly socializations, which was helpful, and combining it with workouts really works well for me. I want to continue that wherever possible. And since I know I'm going to have even a busier quarter 3, I really just need to set reasonable goals for the next few months until I get back to a normal pace of workload. And the little bit of joy I had this quarter was losing 8 pounds through fasting. I was so excited to finally break my climbing streak in my weight gain and go negative for once. So I was very excited about that, and that was bringing me much joy. Okay, guys, so that's the quarter 2 review. Let's move on to setting up the quarter 3 goals. So the page is already preset. I did them all at the beginning of the year. The format is very standardized, which I like, that I can just jump in and start planning out my goals. So my first goal is going to be a business goal, and it's going to be creating 5 or more new listings for my Etsy shop and promoting. I'm going to give myself the whole 3 months to do it, but I plan to put up the listings as they're available when it's ready and not wait for the whole 3 months to go through. So that said, I'm going to set up all of the bullet point areas with the way that I've been breaking things down, which is by month, week, and daily activities. I'm just putting an M, a W, and a D in each of those 3 dots next to the goal so that I can break those down accordingly. My first task that's related there to the business goal that I'll do on a monthly basis is to build and list 2 items per month. Like I mentioned, I'll do them as they're ready. And then I also need to get better about promoting those items on IG, so I'm just going to tag that in there in order to add that as a goal feature that I want to be better at. So weekly, I want to build or list 1 item each week, so that's a way of breaking it down into 4 or 5 weeks per month. Build 1 week, list another week, go back and forth, and also creating that promo image so I don't forget about that. And daily, it's going to be more of a scheduling thing where I devote 5 or 6 hours each week to production in order to manage it with time blocking. That way I know how much time I can spend on the goal and achieve each of my weekly tasks that way. So as you can see, I lost some footage there of me setting up my second goal, but basically it's a home life goal where I want to purge and prepare for our big move. We're going to be moving soon, so I want to make sure that the house is just ready to go. I will be breaking it down into, again, monthly, weekly, and daily steps, starting with purging major zones in my house, packing storage items, and cleaning and repairing our current home so it's ready to go. That's a monthly goal set, and that breaks down into the 3 goals for each month. And then also I have my weekly goal of purging, packing, or cleaning 1 zone each week, and I have the major zones there that I want to tackle. And then finally, I have my daily goal, which is to set aside 6 hours each Sunday for tackling each zone. I hope that I can do 6 hours each Sunday, because I know this is a huge task, but I'll just give myself grace if it doesn't work out, and we will move on. But something I've really needed to do for a while now, so I'm trying to make some time for that in preparation for us moving. So that I have due at the end of the quarter, September 30th. And now we're moving on to the next goal, which is my health goal. So this is the 3rd and final goal. And for this goal, I really want to re-energize my weight loss by setting a goal of losing 15 pounds by managing calories and continuing with my 22-hour-a-day fasting. And again, I'm giving myself a goal for the end of the quarter there for September 30th. And I'll be breaking that down as well into monthly, weekly, and daily tasks that I can do to achieve this goal, starting with the monthly review process and adjustment of calories if needed. If I'm not reaching my goal of 5 pounds lost each month, then I will make adjustments and kickstart that for the next month. And then weekly, what I want to do is stock the fridge with low-calorie, high-nutrient whole foods. So basically more fruits, more veggies, and just have those on hand instead of grabbing things that aren't as healthy. And that's been a challenge for me. Hopefully I can work that in. Daily, I want to maintain my 22-hour fasting schedule and set a goal of eating at least 3 servings of veggies each day. That is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this setup video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye.